The Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act has given women access to safe and legal abortion services since 1971. In 2021, MTP Act was amended for the second time to make abortion services more accessible to women. First amendment was passed in the year 2002.
The amended MTP 2021 Act has further expanded access of women to avail safe legal abortion services on therapeutic, humanitarian, and social grounds.
I am delighted with the leadership role FOGSI has played through the long amendment process and the resultant significant changes in the MTP Act. From a social perspective, one of the most important change that we need to celebrate is expanding abortion access to unmarried women. The new amendment allows access to abortion under the indication of contraceptive failure available for all women regardless of her marital status. I am sure my fellow FOGSians will lead the way in ensuring that unmarried women are provided non-judgmental and sensitive abortion care.
We as providers could use the indication of contraceptive failure for any woman who is seeking abortion services from us. So, this change makes the provision very liberal and in line with other progressive abortion laws in the world. Opinion of the RMP for the MTP procedure has to be recorded now in the revised Form I, which has the amended indication as per the 2021 changes in the law.
In clinical practice, we have often encountered girls and women who are in difficult social situations. They are seeking abortion beyond 20 weeks, which is actually the earlier limit of abortion. But this amendment now permits gynecologists to offer abortions to these girls and women as long as they are fit to undergo abortion socially or medically, and the list specified in MTP rules is also fitting in. And the period of pregnancy, however, should not be beyond 24 weeks.
We need to remember that the relaxation of gestational age limits from the earlier 20 weeks to 24 weeks is not applicable to all women. Minors, survivors of sexual assault, rape, or incest are amongst those who fall under this indication.
Change of marital status during ongoing pregnancy, women with physical disability, mental illness, and substantial fetal malformations are entitled to receive abortion services for up to 24 weeks period of gestation.
For these indications, opinion of 2 RMPs have to be given in Form E and not Form I as was done earlier.
Now coming to the rules of MTP 2021, there has been a major change regarding the eligibility of registered medical practitioner. Now, if the MTP has to be done before 20 weeks, then only one registered medical practitioner is required to give the opinion. However, if you have to do MTP between 20 to 24 weeks, then opinion of 2 registered medical practitioners is required.
At a practical level, this really expands availability of the second trimester services. Often, many facilities are limited in their ability to offer abortion care up to 20 weeks, as they did not have the 2 RMPs to provide the required opinion for the termination. Now, with the provider opinion conditionality being reduced to just a single eligible provider, a lot more hospitals in the public and private sector will be able to provide second trimester abortion services.
So now, according to new amendments, in case there is a substantial fetal abnormality diagnosed by the medical board, pregnancy termination can be done at any gestation. and there is no particular gestational limit for abortion. Medical board for these cases will consist of a gynecologist, a pediatrician, a radiologist or sonologist, and any other specialist as notified by the state. Also now, no approval of court will be required for fetal abnormality cases.
This amendment will definitely prove a big move for helping women who are facing delay in court proceedings, as it will save them and the families from severe mental agony. Medical Board will give its opinion in Form D as per the amended MTP Rules 2021 for these cases.
So, for performing pregnancy termination with medical methods, now training and experiences are clearly defined. The service provider should have an experience at any hospital for a period or not less than 3 months in the practice of OG, or should have independently performed 10 cases of pregnancy termination by medical methods of abortion under the supervision of registered medical practitioner in a hospital established or maintained or a training institute approved for this purpose by the government.
We now have clearly defined eligibilities, experience, and training criteria for giving opinion on pregnancy termination for different gestation limits. So there's no confusion or room for any doubt. And so this will lead to the correct implementation of law and better services.
The infrastructure required for 24 weeks MTP is similar to that needed for a 20-week MTP as per the previous MTP laws. However, at sites where more than 24-week abortion needs to be performed, there should be availability of ultrasound-guided procedures and of blood for emergency use.
The amendments now state detailed infrastructural requirements for various gestation periods. So this will eventually help in creating more well-equipped facilities. Also, it is important as service providers, we all should ensure that the name and other particulars of the woman opting for termination of pregnancy be kept confidential and must not be disclosed under the Act except to a person authorized by law.
The amended law will not only minimize the role of courts and save women from lengthy legal process, but it will also streamline the abortion services in case of undesired pregnancies.
The MTP Act 2021 is a significant step forward to ensure reproductive rights of women, giving them safe, affordable, accessible, and acceptable abortion services.
The abortion law in India has gone through a progressive evolution over the past 5 decades. From the time the Indian Penal Code introduced in 1860 criminalized abortion in India, to the most recent Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Act 2021, which significantly aims to expand access to safe abortion services, especially for the more vulnerable and disempowered section of the population. While this video will go a long way in improving provider knowledge of the new amendments, we at IDF look forward to working with FOGSI and its leadership to make safe and non-judgmental abortion a reality for every woman and girl in the country.
Recent amendments to the law have the potential to improve the reach to more women for safe abortion care services. This is particularly because we have extended the gestation age to 24 weeks for the vulnerable and even beyond that for the women who have a fetus with a birth defect.
All FOGSI members can play a vital role to provide unbiased abortion services, safe abortion services to women who come for abortion services, irrespective of their personal situations and status.
Maintaining the privacy and confidentiality of the woman coming for abortion care services is very important. So this clause has made further strengthened in the recent law changes.
Welfare of women under compelling humanitarian circumstances has also been taken care of in the amendments. Women can now avail abortion services till 24 weeks of gestation.